All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the first match of the semifinals in the Cipher PvP Cup. I'm Mark, and today my co-host is
Sin,
Sin. Sin is
me,
back,
hello,
returning.
hello.
Yes, Sin is back, returning for our first semifinals match. And yeah, let's take a look at today's match. Is Haya and Arkey versus Kenze and Koqsll. And yeah, this is the first match of the semifinals. We can look at the bracket really quick. The winner of this will go on to face the winner of Koqsll versus Menoni in the grand finals. And yeah, how do you feel about today's match? Excited?
Yeah, I'm totally excited. You see, we're seeing today like top 6 and top 5 teams, totally unbiased,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really hard to judge who's gonna win.
Yeah, I wonder. I think this will be a pretty interesting match here. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the player intros, and then we'll get into the draft. So first up, Team 1 is yeah, it's supposed to be Team 1. It is Arkey on Team Arkey and Haya. And yeah, what sticks out to you in this roster?
I see E2 Robin, really good choice. Yeah, Robin, really best character in this game. I totally agree with Arkey opinion. Also E2 Serene, and I think Haya also have E2 Serene. I believe there will be a Memo Slope drafted in this game from them. Also good DOTs and break.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we saw the memo slop last time from them, so might see it this time. And yeah, it could be pretty interesting. And yeah, let's get into the second player on this team. It is Haya again, back with another E2 Cyrene. However, a lot more Eidolons on the other stuff. We see the E6 Castress, the E2 Evernight, and yeah, what else? What else do you see?
I see they both have easier Archer, although Arkey has E2 Silverwolf and E2 Sparkle, so if they're gonna draft Archer, probably it goes for Arkey. But I think Easier Archer also can, with Easier Sparkle, perform well. Also Easier Finan. I doubt they're gonna draft him, maybe they will ban him, but still a good vector.
Yeah, we saw Haya play the Easier Finon last match, and although the Ceridra died in that run and proc global passive, they still managed to win that. But yeah, maybe we'll see it again. Anyway, let's get into the second team, Kenze and Koqsll. First up, Kenze. Definitely pretty expensive, 2100. And yeah, I see the E2 Finon, so maybe the E0 Finon from Haya won't get to see the light of day today. And yeah, what else do you see?
We don't forget that he has removed Dahlia and Firefly, but he still has E2 Fugue, and she can perform well, I believe, with Rappa, because Rappa is one, and it still looks like a good roster. Ivan Linsha, Dots, also Mema Slope, fully zero, but highest in E2, so it's pretty good, and a lot of vectors to flag.
Yeah, definitely a lot of flexibility in a roster like this. I see they also have break still somewhat. They do have the E2 Fugue. Maybe can play without the Dahlia. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the last roster for today. And that is Koqsll on Kenze and Koqsll's team. And yeah, definitely a lot cheaper than Kenze. Definitely helps bring their team costs down. But yeah, I see E1 Archer. I see the E1 Fugue as well. Maybe you can play Break as well. Another E2 Finon. So definitely a lot of pressure on that pick. And yeah, what else do you see?
Yeah, he has break, but I don't think he's gonna perform well without Dahlia because no Eidolons except Fugue. But Ivan Archer, same as Kenze, E2 Finan, and also Mama Slope with E2 Evernight, looks really good.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, Koqsll in fact was enough to bring down their team cost such that when we get into the draft here, we see that they have 0 prebans this match. It is an even one. So we will get straight into the wheel roll and start up on the draft right now. Let's see who
I
wins.
I saw they had like 91 points diff in favor of Kenze and Koqsll, and it's really a good number for them.
Yeah, very, very close to that first preban, but not quite. So, yeah.
Well, I believe they're gonna double. No.
No, we actually got word back that they went ahead with the blue pick. I wonder what they're prioritizing with that. Maybe a Dahlia first pick or something like that. But yeah, we can
But they don't have Dale.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I think Koqsll does. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but yeah, Kenze doesn't. Anyway, let's go ahead and start draft. Very swiftly
Alright.
here. And let me get
I think they're gonna ban Dale.
Definitely could see them doing that, yeah. Especially,
And I see Arkey and Haya ban final.
it's definitely my assumption as well. Don't want to deal with the E2, considering they only have E0.
Actually, maybe they will first pick Sarini. They have E0, but it's pretty flexible character. Also, Arkey and Haya have both E2 Sarini, so stealing Sarini from them really good choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder what they're going to end up going with. They definitely have a few options.
And I see Casteris highest in double. Something like Evernight Casteris or Evernight RMC or something like that.
Yeah, I could see Evernight RMC, and they do ban the Dahlia, as we predicted. I think this ban from Arkey is also going to be as expected. I'm guessing the final. I don't see why they let it through, unless they're like really trying to get a specific pick on the 1-2 here. But I think they have enough. They have enough options that they'll probably just not.
Evernight.
Yeah. So Arkey do ban the
They
final,
give them to
and they instantly pick the Evernight to take away Haya's E2. And yeah, they pick Cyrene. RMC, presumably?
and yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's their MC pick. And then the instant Hyacine pick from Kenze and Koqsll. They're moving through this draft very quickly. Seems like they know exactly what they want to play.
Of course, they can flex these characters because they both have good investment for remembrance units.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they could ban Archer on red side.
Yeah, you know, they only have E0, and they definitely have a lot of options getting Cyrene RMC. We can see on the rosters here, Haya recently got an Aglaya as well, an E0 Aglaya, so maybe he'll pick that too.
They have E0 Aglaya, yeah. I wonder how good she will perform with the 2 Serenia.
I think it's pretty good. E2 Cyrene putting a lot of work to carry an E0 Aglaya there. But, you know, they also have an Axa, and yeah.
Actually, they might not.
I was gonna say Casters is still technically up. I think it's a bit less likely that they pick that though.
Yeah, Casteris is good. I think they could not ban Archer because, like, they have both Archer and High Ceilings available. So if they ban one of them, it's gonna hit them hard because they only have one pick.
Yeah, they might. They could potentially pick Heiselins right there on pick number 9. However, it might be a bit risky. We'd have to look at, you know, Kenze has an E1 Kafka and an E0 Black Swan, so maybe there's a bit less risk with the other dot teammates being taken away. Because I actually have seen the normal Kafka Swan dot core be usable if you have some vertical investment there. And they banned Pella, trying to take away the cheap options away from Kenze and Koqsll. maybe trying to get a tiebreaker win here, and also knowing that because there are those two options that you mentioned, they don't want to ban one of them.
Of course. And they ban an Axa who can easy zero cycle, like really cheap both sides. Also good choice.
Yeah, they do have the Cyrene RMC, and Haya does have Ceridra, so that would definitely be a zero cycle.
Should we go with our weekly superimposition reveal? Do you know what superimposition they have?
Well, I do know that Haya has an S6 Cyrene, so he can go an S5 and an S1 on the same team. But besides that, I am unsure for this match.
I think S5 casters as well.
He does have S5 casters. I think it's not likely that he plays her there though. Like E2 Serene, E6 casters is going to be very expensive.
Yeah, no Hyacinth.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to zero because it's Cyrene, but that's very expensive. And they do pick Hysolins, so like I was saying, they're a bit less worried about having, them taking away the other dot teammates because they aren't that vertically invested. And they do have Archer still up, so they'll probably just go with that instead.
Probably. Or they could steal Kafka and Black Swan, Russian tech.
Yeah, maybe. I think the other side of that is that they can just give this Hysolins the Cyrene, and they can still be playable. And Haya can just go for a different team instead. It is worth noting, though, that KenzeKoqsll have some strong teams here. They can pick E1 Archer, E2 Sparkle, and that's probably good enough to zero cycle with, some decent other teammates. And Koqsll does have E2 Evernight, so he can take this Hyacine just fine.
What I see right now is that they should pick Archer, and they could draft 0-0. I'm not sure how much this will cost. Or 0+1, and lower side can pick like Dots for 1 cycle and Aglaya for 0.
Yeah, I can see that being the case. I think it would come down to if KenzeKoqsll would get a penalty in that situation. I see that he has E1 Cipher and E1 Silverwolf, so maybe they just go with like Ceridra. Maybe E1 Archer, E2 Sparkle, E0 Ceridra can zero cycle. He does have E2 DHBT though, so he can't really take that. And at that point, I'm not sure it zero cycles with like Gallagher or something like that. So
they can go without sustain because RMC taken. Well, it's probable, but I don't know. It's risky. No resets.
Yeah, maybe with Ron May, you can like break the elites really fast wave 1, not have to deal with them. And then just like one-shot Brown. Yeah, you're probably fine if you do that. It is still an
also for Evernight team. Yeah, you need to run May. Run May would probably be used by Evernight. Evernight can also go like Asta with, I don't know, what can she do for 1 cycle in this team?
I mean, you could pick Castrus. It's just an E0 Castrus thing.
Yeah.
And it's probably just fine. The Pella, RMC, and Cyrene all being gone definitely limits the support options, but he can just pick Castrus. And like Silverwolf. And
zero cycle?
Yeah, probably zero cycles, yeah.
Yeah, but if they aim for 0 cycle on Archer, they could aim for 1 cycle on Evernight, because 0 cycle on Evernight in this team looks expensive. Same as Archer.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I'm just wondering, I don't know how you make this Archer 0 cycle unless you go Sustainless, in which case, they gotta make sure they have a specific team locked down. I assume they're using this time to counter up their points, because that Archer 0 cycle is not going to be the cheapest.
Actually, I see cheerleaders team in our chat. Like Russian cheerleaders came to support Kenze and Koqsll. Victor Penis Robertson, also known as. Nobody support Arkey and Haya. This looks really sad.
No. It's okay, we can support Arkey and Haya. No bias though, just yeah.
No bias, but they top 5th team, not top 6. So we support them.
Yeah, I wonder if they're debating going the dot deny. I don't think it's worthwhile. You know, you have like Sunday Robin is still up. If Haya does want to still play Aglaya, but he also has other teams. Like Arkey can go something else with this Hyacinth or this Hysolence, and then play. There's like a Sustainless Acheron team he can play. He could pick Castris with a cheap team. I don't think it's the move. And I don't think it'll shut down. Oh, they pick Aglaya Sunday. So that's E1 Aglaya. That's has to be Kenze's. Kenze's the only one with that. That means Koqsll's running E0 Evernate, E0 Hyacinth. Maybe they decided the other teams were going to be too expensive, and they have some type of Sustainless Aglaya 0 cycle here. I wonder what the plan is.
Actually, yeah, I don't like this because they know that Haya has S5 Serini and she easy 0 cycle. Like, she can take Robin right now, take Asta, and it's 0 cycle both sides. So, yeah, it's kinda risky move. Aglaya will go with Bronya and... Yeah.
Oh, and I was mistaken. That is an E2 Evernight for Koqsll, which means... Yeah, that Kenze's going to be on E1 Aglaya. And let me see the Sunday Eyed.
E1 Sunday as
E1
well.
Sunday, yeah. E2 Robin too, so yeah, that would 0 cycle pretty easily, even with sustain.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna steal Robin right now.
Yeah, I could definitely see them doing that. Picking like... Yeah, like you said, Robin, Asta or something.
Well, it's better to pick Kafka, honestly, Robin Kafka, so they don't get cancelled on high ceilings. Kafka can go for Evernight if they pick Robin Asta right now.
That is true, yeah. Just secure the team. Haya... And then he has to play Serene DPS in that case.
Saying DPS is really strong, especially if you have S5.
Yeah, definitely. I just think it's gonna one cycle without Hyacinth though. Unless, I mean, maybe like Silver Wolf or something. But I think all of his other options are just one cycle now anyway, so that's probably fine. They just go Robin, Kafka. I wonder what else Kenze is thinking here to run with this Aglaya if Robin gets taken away.
He could take Bronya and E2 DHPT, but but yeah, E2 DHPT costs really a lot.
Yeah, and I don't even know if that one sees. He might with E2 DHPT, but Hoho's not. They take Gallagher, so I think they're feeling very safe about the Kafka. I wonder if they're going to take the Robin?
Maybe they will go with Cipher for Serene DPS.
Yeah, they take Kafka instead. Maybe Robin's too expensive for them. They decide to pick it.
I think so. Well, they have E2, but I don't know. She's really strong for Serene DPS. She's insane. 0 advance and then another advance. It's like 0 cycle and you're back.
Yeah. This is gonna give Kenze a 0 cycle here if he picks Robin. And then they...
Yeah, but it already will cost a lot.
Yeah, they'll be at 9.5. And at that point they just can only pick 4 stars for the Evernight. Maybe that's why they left up the Robin, because it'd be too expensive for the enemy team to take.
They have problem because like Evernight need to 0 cycle, and she can do it with Casteris or Silver Wolf, or she can go 1 cycle, like I don't know, with Asta and someone else. Who could do you think they could use?
Yeah.
No Pella really hurts actually.
Yeah, definitely a
No
pretty
Pella
effective
items.
ban. Eve running out of cheap teammates. They do pick the Branya. So I wonder if they are not going to take the Robin and instead give the Evernight maybe some better teammates and just try to 1 cycle with the Glaya. Maybe they could do it with, I don't even know, like a Run May pick would have enough damage, but you just die, I think.
Maybe it will go Hoha for 1 cycle. Should be stable.
Is that 1 cycle?
Yeah, you easily leave first wave and MOC buff destroys Koqsll, so it should be easy 1 cycle.
It might, yeah. Then they can pick the Casters.
Zero cost Bronya.
Yeah, 0 cost
Casteris or Asta.
Mm-hmm. Or both.
Yeah, but they have 1 pick right now, and they have only 1.5 minutes left.
Yeah, I think Arkey is pretty likely to take Asta if they don't pick it here, so... They do pick the Asta.
Yeah.
That means Haya's options for
Actually,
the Serene DPS isn't the greatest. I could see a Silver Wolf coming out here.
DHPT also possible.
Yep.
We need to get a lot of Respian if we want to attack Koqsll on Serene.
Yeah, they want Silver Wolf for that for sure. It's a 33% respawn.
Yeah, because Asta taken, she gives like 104 Respian, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe Haya is playable, but I'm not sure how stable this team is.
Yeah, I think they can afford a Silver Wolf here. If they take... They can't take Silver Wolf and Robin, but they can take, like, Swan. But they'd have to pick a free sustain on that team as well. I think they would also
No,
like...
we don't pick sustain.
For the Siren?
But we don't pick sustain. Yeah, we don't place it Irene with sustain. She's DPS E2 and she has RMC. Why would you use sustain?
Well, it seems like you are right about that, because they just took Cipher as well. That is definitely going to 0 cycle. I think either side.
Yeah, I think Cipher goes for DOTs, no? Probably.
I'm not sure. You might pick Swan.
Well, double nihility. Oh, Vilo.
Acheron.
Acheron. What?
So it's the Sussex
Wait,
team.
what?
This is Acheron, RMC, Cipher, Subwolf. That 1 cycles. And then it's Kafka, Heiselin, Cyrene, Gallagher. Does that 0? He's got to take Cyrene Cone on both.
I'm not sure about 0. It's probably easy 1 cycle. As for Acheron, it's 0, right?
Like to do it with without E2 Silverwolf is very, like the gearing is very insane. You have to have 200 speed RMC, just like on character screen.
So it's 1+1.
Yeah, it is 1+1. I think that's slower than if they took Swan.
Yeah. They could 0+1 with Swan,
Yeah,
I believe.
it is half a point more. But maybe they can drop. Yeah, they don't have to take one of the SIGs, or 2 of them. Yeah, Arkey does have E2 Serene,
Actually,
so it is a pretty expensive
wait.
team.
Why do they put cons? They should put second, no? Because KenzeKoqsll chose side. They should put them first.
Yeah, they do have to lock first. It's just that I think I don't think their cones can change at all. I think they have to take all of those. At least
True,
the
true.
Acheron team does. Yeah, it doesn't look like it matters anyway. It's 9.75. So what's this this Memoslop team gonna be? So it's Castros, Eve Cyrene, or Eve Hyacine, and Bailu?
Asta.
Asta.
Yeah. It's going to be Asta and Sunday Advance from Bronya. Sunday Bronya Aglaya Bailu. It should be 1+1 as well.
I don't think that one cycles, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I have E0 Sunday, and like with Ho-Ho, I could maybe 2C. I don't think E0 or E1 Sunday is gonna make that on one cycle if you're not playing Ho-Ho. We'll see.
I haven't tested Aglaya this MOC, but MOC buff really strong. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
Koqsll has Lightning Beak.
Yeah, it's just that the wave one is actually not the easiest because it's all off element. So you know, a lot of other characters have a much easier time in that wave one, but that's actually not the case for Aglaya. They can't really save any resources. With that being said, they also they stack the MOC buff a lot slower because only, you know, Sunday and Bronya and potentially Bailu are stacking it. And so it's going to be pretty hard to get to 15.
This team moves like they have 3 turns for Bronya Sunday, maybe Bailu as well. And like every time Bronya and Sunday moves, they press skill 3 times. Also Bailu can, it's 4th time. So it's possible to get like easy 15 stacks if you leave first wave for 0.
Yeah, they could stack it up to 15 for the first one, but I guess if they're going for 1C, that's all that matters. We'll just have to see. I guess our predictions will differ then, because I'm gonna guess that 2 cycles. But I do think the Memo Sprite team will 1C, and then I do think Arkey are gonna go 1+1. I don't think the Acheron team is technically 0 RNG. I think you can get hyper-targeted by Koqsll onto Acheron 3 times, and she dies. However, it's very, very unlikely. And yeah, I guess if they do a 1 cycle, it'll come down to this dot team. But if the Aglaya 2 cycles, then I think it's gonna be a pretty easy way to victory for Arkya here.
Well, actually, I tend to agree if they perform the 1+1. I don't believe that well in Aglaya without Ho-Ho. They could take Ho-Ho and she should cost it 1, right? Even if only 2. And it's really a huge diff.
Yeah, they can't really drop one of the other cones though. They would lose tiebreaker if they took Ho-Ho.
That's true, but they don't need that much cons on Memo Sprite team.
That's
they
true.
could
They can
probably just take Evernight.
Yeah, they can drop the caster's gun probably. Because Eve is going to be doing the majority of the damage.
They say they miscalculated cost a bit.
Yeah, that'll
The-
do it.
They went really low, like from what they expected.
Yeah, so the Archer did not make an appearance at all in this draft, despite being a pretty strong option. Probably just a bit expensive for Kenze and Koqsll to take. And yeah.
Well, we gotta see. Blue goes first, right?
Yes, blue side one is first, which I believe will be Kenze. However, I will verify that.
Alright.
So we'll get to see if this Aglaya does in fact one cycle right off the bat. I think it's gonna two cycle. But yeah. Aglaya is a very stat check feeling kind of character. Like as soon as you get your 3-turn rotations, all you can kind of do is just improve your relic quality. So I wonder how these builds are gonna be.
Well, I don't know about. I think he doesn't have really huge win, but as for Scholar, or not Scholar, this set for Sunday, I forgot how it's called.
Sacridos.
Sacridos, yeah. He should have good Sacridos and also good Aglaya build, like maybe 39 subs.
Yeah, that's very good. Did take the BP cone on Bailu. I don't know, maybe this is a team that they have practiced for one cycle.
Well, I'm not sure. But I believe this team will decide the whole match. Or if Arkey gonna wipe on Acheron, also possible.
Mm-hmm.
Clutch says that Dot's gonna 0. Is it possible?
Yeah, I could see it. You know, it would be very, very overkill for a 1C because, you know, a lot of stuff with E1 Isolance there is going to one cycle, so if they decided to go in that direction, then I would think maybe Arkey knows that you can try for a 0 cycle there.
Well, still, I wouldn't bet on anyone to win because, like, both Aglaya and Acheron teams feel kinda sussy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely a team that I've seen Haya play. It should be practiced. You know, it can go wrong though. I don't think it's 0 RNG, like I said, but it should be relatively reliable.
Also, if we use E1 Kafka, I could believe it's 0 for E2 Serini.
Yeah, that's true. The E1 Kafka is also another strong team. Pretty expensive overall. We're looking at 7. It's a 7 cost team.
True. If they didn't believe it was 0, they wouldn't pick so many cons.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe they just flex. Since we believed that they will draft like Serini DPS and Dots, but they just drafted Acheron and Dots with Serini, probably they really sure in these teams.
Yeah, and I mean, Serene RMC Cipher Silverwolf is a bit unique of a team. I'm not sure if you would have that practiced as well. And you always want to be sure when you're playing salsa stuff, you know? Should be getting into the first run in a few minutes here. As presumably Kenze getting geared up, trying to see if he can cook up A 1 cycle.
Have you watched Art already?
Have I watched
For
what?
Kenze?
Oh,
Ad-
Kenze isn't
advertisement.
quite alive yet, so we'll just have to hope that we don't get ads this time.
Yeah, I believe Sustainless can easy zero cycle if you have E1. As for E0, you probably need Serenia.
Yeah, probably. I don't think Sunday Bronya Asta is gonna 0 cycle though. You just get like 1 more turn. I don't think you can get 5-turn Bronya.
Should we beg them for to run? Go with E1 Sunday. True.
True. The
Best unit in the game.
yeah, I remember it's almost exactly a year ago now, going into Enforius, just like we are going into Planar Guardian now. You know, people were saying Sunday's gonna be the meta for all the summon units, and you know that E1's gonna buff all the summons a lot. And then he got 1 character. That is the
And
goat.
well, actually, he doesn't synergize well with Aglaya because she moves so fast that she loses all his buff.
Yeah, it's still scuffed anyway.
In the end, Ron may still meta because her buffs are constant. Also, I left how Asta becomes relevant with Sarini and like Evernight, also Hyacinth. On low cost games, like I saw Aglaya was used with Asta, and on 11 MOC also many people use Asta in Aglaya because Asta doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic Aglaya PvP team. Just a few more minutes here. A couple.
Actually,
Kenze gets
I saw like Sarini Zero Cycle with Sunday.
really?
He finally got his beast, yeah, because he buffs like 80% of ice damage and 20 crit rate, also good. Consistent buff from his ultimate because Demurge doesn't die.
Yeah. The second summon character that doesn't kill the Memory Sprite.
Well, we have Meme as well, but let's not talk about her. I think like MC with Sunday, Dinhan, and Robin is pretty good for AoE. He does a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage for sure.
Especially with new basic.
Should just be about a minute until Kenze has to get going here.
Bro is trying hard to make Zero Cycle.
Yeah, I think even this wave 1 might take a bit of tuning to get exact. Just to nail down the 0 cycle wave 1. You can't really avoid the Bronya delay in this team, so there's also going to be some RNG there. Definitely not
Yeah,
killing Bronya that fast.
actually, I love this. I love this unit, like this Griffon, who summons. I don't know, how would you call them? Witches with bows, because they deal like 500,000 damage to this Griffon when they die.
Yeah, a ton of self damage that is definitely helps a lot with killing the lion. However, the other elite doesn't have any HP mechanics. It still has like 1.3 million HP or something.
Yeah, it's pretty low on HP.
Yeah,
Much lower.
not terrible.
They're almost the same if you kill like summons from Griffon.
It is 20% lightning res though, so definitely a bit more effective HP, especially since that team has no res pen.
But still, I feel like this unit favors Aglaya and shields her. No weakness, but for pseudo distraction unit, it's really good.
Yeah, you do get a lot of energy as well.
Actually, I believe like second sight could be harder if you can't kill. Yeah, rather if you kill bugs first, fast on Sam, you deal a lot more damage to Sam, and he has a lot less real HP than Koqsll and Bronya.
Yeah, definitely true.
But I don't know how he gonna kills like bugs with Evernight plus Castaris and Hyacinth. They all deal a lot of damage, but only one can crit.
Yeah, I definitely think he's gonna have to pull Evernight up. But you don't really have a lot of good amp besides Hyacinth. Maybe you gotta save your dragon to make sure you get the 20% res pen.
Actually, a good choice.
Yep. Gonna need all the damage you can get. But assuming he lines that up and gets the bugs to die, it should be a pretty simple one cycle. A lot of extra turns with Asta in that team is going to help with the extra turns while Sam is down. As we get
So, did you check?
into the first run of the day, we have the Aglaya team. It is with Bailu, not with Asta, as expected. Let's get started.
Alright. Heavy fraud.
Let's see. So we do expect double Von Wack at least, maybe triple. And it appears just double Von Wack.
Yeah, but I don't like speed tuning here.
Yeah, Sunday's
at
not
all.
slower. Which means we aren't taking that much advantage of the E2 Bronya speed buff.
E2 burn. Yeah. It still 3 turns, at least in first wave.
Yeah, it should definitely be 3. I wonder if he was running into a situation where he needed just like the one more turn for Aglaya with Sunday being first there, and maybe it was worth losing the stats that you're gonna lose with running Sunday that fast. I suppose that could be the case, as for why he chose to go with that in the speed tuning.
I don't see a lot of damage here actually.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, it's as I was saying, this wave one, like, is easy for a lot of people that are not named Aglaya, which is pretty unfortunate.
But it's still 0.
Yeah, it should be still 0, it's just
We
quite
have a lot
difficult.
of turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I see we are not running Eagle.
Yeah, of course, Eagle will ruin your rotation here.
Yeah.
If you have DDD, it's much more stable.
As we do proc
we
the
have received-
Bailu revive. That is fine though, no penalty associated with that. And Garment Maker barely surviving, that is very, very important. Would be very bad
Yeah, if
if it died.
we wouldn't leave for 0.
Yeah. Gotta make sure he kills the archers now. Isolate should be low enough.
Yeah, we have 2 turns and we easily leave first wave. Also, we have DDD in 0 there. Good.
Yeah. Pretty good
Actually-
situation.
Do we get additional crit damage from Sunday when he gets like Sacredus buff?
I believe yes, because it's a raw increase of 16% and not like a percentage of Branyas. And usually when it's just like a flat buff, it does apply, it's just very, very little. Anyway, good
Focus
setup.
Brony first.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Brony makes this fight a lot harder. I want to get rid of her as fast as possible. If you can kill her before Brony's second turn, that would be ideal, because then you avoid the action delay.
The action delay really diabolical. For this team especially.
Yeah, Bronya about 60% HP after that first rotation.
Probably won't kill her.
I think it's going to be very close. We do have a Sunday
Yeah,
ult
it
here.
will be
Maybe we can get
close.
another ult. I think it's going to be a little bit off.
We don't get third turn because no Bronya ult. Nobody gives her a lot of energy.
Yeah, definitely where the Ho-Ho would be helpful. As he pulls a Glaya instead of Sunday.
Wait. What?
I
What
think,
was this?
so because he did that...
It's misclick.
Is it a misclick?
Yeah, I believe it's misclick.
That would be unfortunate. That being said, it might be accidentally
Actually,
okay.
our
Because if you look where
Maybe.
Aggie is after this turn, she's in cycle. I'm not sure if she would have been if he pulled Sunday. Maybe that extra turn allows him to kill Bronya. And if he kills Bronya before the MOC buff goes off, that'll help the damage a lot.
we lose Sunday Bronya buffs, Sunday Cone buff, and it will like hit a lot.
Yeah, he does have 2 EPAs. Deletes Garment Maker, that's perfectly fine. No cleanse though, that's just... Yeah, never mind. That's just gonna
not
be
fine.
rough. Yeah, Sunday gonna cleanse right away, but we do lose those turns, and the MOC buff is
Yeah.
spread in between the 2 enemies.
And energy, that's 2C, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. We wouldn't get 5 turns with this team anyway, because you can't get enough Brownie ults.
Yeah. Only 1 turn for advancers available after this one.
Yeah. One more DDD, but it's not going to be any extra turns.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty close to 1 cycle.
It actually is. I think if it went well, it would have 1 cycled.
If only Bailu could like wear DDD, it would be so much easier.
Yeah. I think he should just Sunday ult first.
Well, he'll lose around 100k if he won't, probably, or 50, 100 around this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really close.
Yeah, I mean, we see that it is unlucky that he should pull Aggie, I think. Because then she'd get 2 turns
Actually,
with the speed buff.
probably. But I don't know. How many
There's
AV left
33 AV in the
cycle?
cycle.
Yeah, she won't move another time.
You don't think she shoots 5 AV from the speed buff? I think she does. Oh, I think you're right.
Okay, this misclick
Never mind.
becomes attack.
Oh, it is 7 below. Huh. That's weird.
Yeah.
Either way, it is like technically unlucky with the freeze, but it's not like he has great options there. If you know, if Sunday or Branya get frozen, it's like just as cooked. It really can only target Bailu. Second run of the day, it is Haya on the Celsius Acheron team. Let's get started.
All right.
Yeah, we
No
see the
ads, no
RMC tech.
suffering.
That is correct. He should be targeting the Ice Elite off the bat with Silverwolf debuff. He doesn't. That means he's probably going to end up taking 1 hit from the Ice Elite. That's going to make the survival RNG check a little bit more rough, but it should still be fine. You do end up wasting
He probably
a
feels
bit of
like it.
stacks. However, he did.
I don't think he did.
Early.
I feel like he didn't lose stack. He got like... he has like Serini Con on RMC. Probably could use Hyacinth for more stacks, right?
No, it happens at the same pace. It applies just like Hyacinth. So yeah, that part's fine. You just inevitably end up losing 1 stack. However, he did correctly minimize the amount of stacks you lose.
No, I see. Because Mem advance and applies debuff from Serini Con.
Yeah. Damage check here, almost 2.5 million. This is the correct setup. He's gonna end the wave with Acheron skill.
Yeah, good engine.
Now we see both ults come out. This is gonna apply all the def down he needs. Ideally,
We apply lighting defense to Brony.
yeah, he should skill several force first. I'm not a fan of not Cipher ulting yet. I think he should have done that first, because he lost 24% def down not Cipher ulting. The damage check is easy though, but it's definitely not 0 cycling now.
True.
Yeah, the damage is very high regardless. And yeah, you see Koqsll is broken here, so she'll only take 1 turn.
No damage taken.
Silverwolf got hit, that is very lucky. He does get the next ult right away here.
But he still needs to use skill to apply respan.
Yeah, he's not going to be able
It's easy
to arm
to steal,
seal
right?
yet. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have arm seal here.
Yeah. He will get one after meme. Sure.
No, it's not enough. It's close.
Oh no.
Either way, the Silverwolf isn't fast enough. He wouldn't have procced Mem either way. It's only going to be at like 50 charge. So, not quite the 0 cycle setup, but it should be a comfortable 1 cycle. He's losing some focus of the MOC buff though. That's not ideal.
Yeah, and his Silver Wolf, how many speeds she have? She like ulted twice and she wasn't in cycle. Like maybe 165?
Something like that. We see 61 AV there. That's right around 160. Probably just 158 with one whack to go 3 times wave 1. I would even Cipher ult first. The damage check is so low in this run that I don't want to risk Browner moving here. And he does do that. That is correct, in my opinion.
Of course, but will he has enough damage for one cycle right now?
Yeah,
Cipher won't get ult anymore.
He gets one more ult. It does more than enough damage. He also has 2 skills, and the skills do a lot of damage. You see, we're only going to take the pillar damage, and the pillars do not do a lot of damage. And yeah, they're just going to regional the HP. The team's going to be pretty healthy. He should be able to wrap it up. I do not like
Yeah,
this skill.
one ult should be enough. He will skill twice on Acheron as well.
Yep, a lot of damage. Just a basic here.
Also we break and deal more damage.
Yeah, we should. Should have this
Ice
run in the
weakness
bag.
Koqsll. So true.
Gotta get the RMC damage. Either way, yeah, you see the damage check is perfectly fine.
Overkill a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna wrap up right here. The Koqsll damage is pretty overkill, but you kind of struggle dropping a cone because of the wave 1 situation. You really want to end on that skill, so yeah.
Yeah. Swift one cycle.
Swift 1 cycle. That is a quant set, so I do expect that is tutorial on Silverwolf and not pearls. Yep, 166. Yeah. It's just barely too slow to not get back in cycle. All right.
Welcome back, Haya.
All right, ready to go. Let's see how this does. Should be a 1 cycle. It might not be the easiest considering we do have an Asta here. So we will see how it goes.
I believe it will be easiest because we have 3 remembrance units and they really buff.
Yeah, that was not an
Evernight.
S1 Hyacine. Oh, it was. I just misread. Okay. Either way, yeah, we're good to go. We will see who the true carry of this team is. And I think a spoiler alert, that's not going to be Castros. Might have to do a bit of damage control on this wave 1. I'm assuming that is what the early Evernight ult is for.
Yeah.
Gonna get Asta ult right away.
Damn.
Those AoE hits up a lot. Yeah, he's just not gonna cast
High
result
and
as
so
well.
slow.
Oh, there's the cast result.
Maybe.
As I said, she's a buffer in this team. Just a 20% res pen bonus for the Evernight. Looks like he's gonna save the Asta ult until wave 2. That's gonna let the team move before Dark Sam. That's gonna be very helpful. It looks like this Stingray isn't gonna even be able to summon. And we should have a lot of resources going into wave 2. It's gonna be a great setup.
Yeah, all ultimates ready.
Including
We
Evernights.
kill and we get another.
Yep.
No, yeah. Nice.
So there's the Asta ult. Should be a Caster's Dragon. Along with an Evernight ult.
Yeah.
Soon.
No?
Maybe with the next.
Oh, we want another dragon, I guess.
Yeah. Saving the ults on Hyacine, probably to debuff the bugs. I guess he's saving the Evernight ult to kill the bugs.
Of course, yeah. This makes sense. Oh, we could have Actually,
I think it's
she
fine.
is support, right? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Gonna pull the Eve. Ult right away. Let it spit, presumably. Yeah. Do we bring out the casters yet? Or we save it for the skill? No, we're gonna debuff with Hyacinth. Get some more stacks. 32 now. We can look at the damage.
No crits. Alright. Not enough.
Yeah, now the dragon comes out. Some additional res pen. And yeah, looks like we're gonna need a second Evernight turn to kill the bugs here. In general though, as long as you kill the bugs before the third turn of Dark Sam, then you're able to set up for a 1 cycle. Because that is what is needed in order for Dark Sam to still be in cycle.
But I believe with this damage we won't need another Sam advance.
That's probably true, yeah. He should be able to kill the bugs here. With the res pen from Kazris. Swift 2 million. There's the break. And yeah, that Dark Sam would be prepped for another advance if need be. And this dragon's allowed to crit.
Actually, do we get another turn from Evernight with DDD?
It's hard to tell.
No, we don't.
I think we do. Yeah, this Hyacinth's moving at 15 AV. Yeah, we should be able to. Yeah. 6 AV in, but it's at 28% already. We're not going to use that, like you said. Straight into another dragon, but probably going to use the res pen. Nope.
No.
Very overkill.
Oh, it's only one. Yeah, but I believe you could zero cycle on this team if you get another turn on Evernight.
I'm not entirely sure. I think the MOC buff did a lot of damage and made it look closer than it was. I feel like we kind of had as good of a setup as you could have. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
That is the 1 cycle for this Memo Sprite team. That means that the Dot team just needs to 1 cycle. And yeah, unless something goes horribly wrong in that run, I think it's going to be very comfortable 1C. If not, maybe a 0. So yeah, that'll be that. Let's get into it.
Gala Gold.
Okay. Surely the Gallery doesn't fraud. He did not use the Siren technique.
Well, you don't actually need it here.
Yeah, she skills right away. So. Not an issue.
Actually, you can only fraud on side 1, I guess, if you get too many hits from this guy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, potentially, you know, if you don't kill the bugs fast enough and they hit your DPS a lot, it could be an issue.
Do you think Serene on Wind?
Probably. You know, the repeat ults on Hyacinth gives her bonus energy, so definitely wants to do that. We'll see how many resources he conserves. Probably going to save this Hyacinth ult, if not more.
Oh, he will probably save Serene out here.
Yeah, Serene and Hyacinth, maybe. Just depends on this element on the right. Really... Anyway, excuse the
yeah, he could save
stutters.
I see.
That is out of my control. They are looking a bit healthy, so I could see him needing to use Hyacinth's ult. Choosing not to. Just gonna take another Kafka ult.
Yeah. And we will kill this Serene basic probably.
I could see him using the Gallagher.
If not, we always have. Oh, actually, yeah, he don't need it. Second wave, he always get it.
Yeah, yeah, we do see the Gallagher ult. That is gonna give us
And
another
Kafka
follow-up.
ult.
Yeah. Almost dead.
We almost killed that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Probably high ceiling skill was unneeded.
Perhaps. I don't think losing a Koqsll is the biggest deal. But yeah, you should just...
You should...
It killed.
What?
The Gallagher enhanced base it killed. Saving the Siren ult for the bug phase. He pulled up Siren, so he just wants all the stacks he can get. Getting his ult out of the way.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't need break effect on dots units. Also, you don't need to crit.
Mm-hmm.
But Serini could crit. She's built.
That is true. Damage looking okay. Gonna need another Heisland's ult to clear these bugs. We'll see how close he
It's
gets.
looking how zero.
Not sure. Gonna ult the Heisland's here. We're gonna get another Heisland's ult. Did crit for 300k.
Yeah, good damage.
So yeah, that's gonna kill the bugs. Now we get to the big damage phase. Let's see what this can do. Probably gonna see a Koqsll. Yep, there it is. There's the Heisland's ult from the Siren buff. Another skill from
but
Koqsll.
we don't want to lose any stacks for Serini.
Mm-hmm.
So we reset her future stacks.
Yeah, good use. Back to
But,
12, so
like,
we'll get another double Heisland's ult here.
Yeah, and we could probably... No, we won't get another Kafka ult after this one.
Yeah, just the one. Looks like we're gonna be...
It's really close.
Looks like we're gonna be a bit off.
No, I think it's zero. Is damage. Yeah.
We have two more follow-ups, or just the one follow-up. And the Heisland's ult, nah, it seems off. Oh, it is two follow-ups. Forgot.
It's a bit laggy only for me, or...
Nah, it's for everybody. He's 4% off.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
yeah.
Not quite there. Gallagher, not quite bridging the gap to zero cycle. I could see how it's possible with the team. Maybe just a simple easier S0 DHPT, very simple for a zero cycle.
True.
Either way, that will be it. Still a one cycle, still plenty fast enough to win this match. And that means that Team Arkya will be advancing to the grand finals of the first Cipher PvP Cup. And yeah, they will go on to face the winner of Koqsll versus Menoni. To be determined. Join the Discord if you want to find out when that match happens. And go to cipher.uno to join the Discord. Anyway, that is it for our match. We can head back to the draft and show the final score.
Do we interview the guys?
Yeah, we can also get into the winner interviews after this. Arkey with the 1+1, Kenze and Koqsll with the 2+1. Yeah, let's see if they want to do winner interviews. And it seems that's going to be a no. Unfortunately, no winner interviews this time, but either way, Arkya walk away with the win. They will be moving on to the grand finals, where I will be joined by my co-commentator, Ruri Goko. So very excited for that one. Hope to see you guys there. That will be it for this match. Thank you everybody for watching. And yeah, that's it. Anything else you have to say?
GG's.
GG's.
Later.
Yeah. GG's everybody. Bye-bye.